companies like Infosys, if you are gonna give interview for TCS, that is also SaaS, right? If you are gonna, what? That's why I said you grow up. Okay. Now, when Infosys are gonna doing business in US market, definitely their their transaction value is determined by the US exchange, US currency, that is dollar. That is not gonna be in Indian currency. But since Infosys is listed in Indian stock market, Infosys has been founded under Indian constitutional law. That's why Infosys has to pay the money here in India in the form of tax, in the form of corporate governance amount, whatever it is. But whatever they have earned there, the foreign exchange, the value of foreign exchange is much more than what our currency is. What is our currency value? Today's
Against the dollar, against the dollar, 77.7.
today is 78.6. Ah, it has increased. So now the foreign exchange rate will be with India. It's benefit of India, right? Then obviously the development of country, the reputation of engineers, the reputation generally, the reputation is mostly with the engineers, the outside projects, right? Development of India. From there we can develop the cross-cultural functionalities as well. And obviously utilizing the commodities. You just think about PVK Electronics product. What are the PVK Electronics products? Very good. Thank you for listening MCB classes. Right? So you are getting those products in India. Now, anyways, they are planning to have a manufacturing plant in India. That is different. When they came into market, it was Chinese products importing from China to India. Correct? So individual utilization of commodities. Nowadays the most sought after electronic items, boat, right? I guess they have sponsored teams also in IPL. Very youth-centric products. But then again, boat also didn't have any of their manufacturing plant in India. They used to import the products from China. It was purely Chinese product with boat's logo, not the brand name. That's all. Now they are going to have a manufacturing tie-up with Dixon Technologies because there is a tension between Indian and Chinese government, right? What is the tension? Because Indian Foreign Ministry clearly mentioned that we do not have a healthy relationship with Chinese government. So when the government will say this kind of things, political pressure, you cannot completely rely for the manufacturing of your products to the country where government doesn't favor the business. Right? So that's why now they have tied up with Dixon Technologies. This is an Indian company for the manufacturing of their products. Right? Yes, which one? Is it? Dixon is there? I didn't see it, that's why I asked. Because the company name you might not have heard also, Dixon Technologies. Dixon is a listed company. Listed company. Many companies you might not be heard also, but because they are big companies, right? Another one is Kumar Sugar Mills. Just see the name, Kumar Sugar Mills. Who will understand that it is one of the most big listed companies, right? Can we move forward? I don't know whether you are listening to me or not. Thank you. Benefits to firm. I mean, obviously you are selling your products beyond the national boundaries. Your company's economical development is there. surplus resources. Now you may ask me that, ma'am, why? Why surplus resources? See, what basically happens, sometimes you cannot produce the products based on pure demand. Correct? Happens. You think about just COVID situation. Many companies, they manufactured the products based on the demand, but nothing worked for them. You think about today's scenario itself, higher inflation rate, highest inflation rate rather, post-independence, highest inflation rate, uh, lowest average economical condition of India. But do you really think the manufacturers of different products or even the different services, they really thought that this is going to be the scenario in 2022? You simply talk about, Maxwell can give us an idea, Continental, right, Maxwell? So when Continental, they're still not there,
Right.
left for what? Maxwell, God bless you.
See, I told you the
And if he knew before reading that I'm gonna teach it. I have nothing to say, that's it. God bless you.
Job role in your
We also have nothing to say.
But you also left somewhere. Where? What? What? UP.
My dream job, man.
What is your dream job?
Mercedes Benz slim job.
Anyways, you all will get it. No matter. Right? See, the way Uma Maheshwar Rao is telling you that for 9th class you all left your job and stuff. So you can say that thing is that for your classes, I'm here. Take your classes. It is the last day of yours. Okay. Now, I guess whether the Maxwell is there or not, he can give us an idea. Uh, Generally, what the companies like Continental do, HCL will do for 2021 meet, they will plan all the business, whether be it manufacturing units, whether be it any kind of sales, whether be it any kind of networking services, they will plan all those services for 2022 by mid 2021. Right? Then their analyst team, their business development team, they all market research team, they all work through the demand. What happened? Because right now my best friend, she shifted to another company as PP, right? Now she is in charge B. What happened? They charge me is a US company. What Manthan? What happened there? You all are not going to change. Okay, so what ChargeBee basically did, they made a clear pro forma about all the business, what they are going to do with India for the next 2022-23 year, financial year. That time they didn't know the situation of Indian market. So they clearly had, okay, that much units we have to sell in India, that much network administration services we have to provide. All they did. 2022, beginning of the financial year, many contracts got cancelled. Right? But it was surplus for charge. They didn't know that the inflation rate is gonna hit. They didn't know that RBI is gonna increase the repo rate from finance 4.5 to
Right now they introduced.
But when COVID started, what
I
controversy
am
happened?
talking the beginning.
Right now, 6, 7.
And I'm 5.9.
Okay, value has been changed in G1.
Yeah?
Okay, not in F4, it is in G1. Guess next.
Yes.
G1. Okay, 11:30. You please be there by 11:25. सेमिनार में फर्स्ट ईयर की क्लासेस चल रही हैं।
Computer lab. Computer lab.
Computer lab
क्यों कंप्यूटर लैब तुम्हें जीवन से क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
Digital marketing.
Everyday we are sitting there only, no?
हाँ?
Digital marketing.
Everyday we are sitting
Where
there, the
in
cash
fact demand works are there.
Ma'am, AC room.
G1.
Who is that? Every day we are sitting there.
Priyanka.
The thing is that Priyanka, here we have how many classes? 5, 10 classes.
Shift to your what they are doing for that.
Hey, there are 132 students.
Huh?
132 students. You call your entire batch. I'll arrange it in seminar hall.
I want even
Okay. So what charge we did next, since they are having now surplus units with them, surplus network administrator services with them. What they basically did, they are now trying to sell those products and services to other countries. Countries where still the situation is not that much bad. So always remember, you may have done the demand forecasting very well.
But
They
it's
have-
all sequentialized, all chronological. When COVID-19 started, so inflation was high because RBI puts money into the market. They put money, they put the money in the business, so inflation high on the time. When inflation high, they have to control the repo rate,
That
It's
is
all
fine.
sequence.
That is fine. Sequence. But then again, Krishna, for example, you are in the charge of the demand generation team, right? You have seen all those things and you have said that okay, that much can be our demand. You have done a demand forecasting, right? But the basic what you have learned, business environment is dynamic, changes each and every time. You also know. See the stock market, how it is bleeding. Correct? Last 2 months ago also it was not like that. But for example, you did the demand forecasting last year need itself. That is for every big companies, that is the time. Need of the previous year, correct? You don't know what is coming to next. That is your forecasting, the possibilities. Now it has become the worst. You have surplus with yourself. You cannot leave that. It will be a loss, correct? So you have to find the opportunities to sell those surplus. If it is not in my country, India, you may go for some other country. Correct? So it might be possible that even after doing a very good demand forecasting, you may get surplus of your products or services. In that case, you cannot suffer loss. Try to find a way by which you can sell those products or services beyond your national boundaries, right? Why? Now you may ask, why not inside the national boundary? Why we cannot sell the surplus? Very good. That is what you only see that okay, that is the demand for my local market. After that, I am going for beyond the national boundaries, right? Right? Enhancing development prospects, I mean, that is very much evident when you all are now doing jobs in various companies, right? When you are going to search for a job, obviously your first priority will be a company which is having its wings in different countries, right? What we call MNC, multinational companies. That is what. That is the thing actually. If a company is present in more than one country, we believe that the company is developed. We believe that the future of the employees in that particular organization is going to be secure and the career prospects is also very much high. So obviously, international business a gateway for development at the end of the day. Right? that is for corporate. Okay? Don't ask me that, my SBI is not there in any other place. That Vishwaya can answer. Finance enthusiast. Okay. Now, obviously, the last one, accomplishing development checkpoints, confronting extreme market conditions. Just now, what RBI has increased the repo rate 5.9%. Now the capital loan amount is going to be more increased, the interest. Even if you are going to take loan for your business also. I mean, I left hope actually to take loan for my upcoming business from India. Honestly speaking, it's huge now. It's huge. Earlier it was 14%. They have made it Vishnu. Now it is 20 to 24%. 20 to 24%. Huh?
On which you know they are putting
For your business capital.
capital.
The capital loan. Now the interest rate is 22 24%. So they have increased the recent RBI guidelines. Every company has increased. Secondly, if you talk about the same capital loan amount from USA market, it is 2.3%. Right? So there is extreme market condition you may face. In that case, you have to think that
Ma'am, that much interest rate they cannot put. You have tax rate on 20%, how can they put 22% of interest rate?
capital loan, business capital loan.
उसका amount होगा
Business capital loan. It's not your personal loan. Personal loan is 14%. When you are going to take loan for your business, you know Vishnu, right? It is a completely different process, different interest rate as well. I guess now personal loan is 14%. 14%. Right? Education loan is 11%. Depends on
Business sales.
this doesn't matter. Fine. So, in case of any extreme market conditions, it might be possible that you have to think about your business beyond national boundaries. For example, if now I am going to set up a business, I am definitely not going to think for taking loan or all these things from an Indian financial institution until and unless I have that much financial backup from the investors. So I have to think some other way in order to get the loan from other country. What is this particular process called? This is called third party location. Third party location, or sometimes it is called third party selection. Right? That means if there are two countries, the country you are going to select where you are going to utilize the maximum of your business outputs. That is benefits to the firm. Now, scope foreign investments, like big things. I mean, I still remember many of your DNAs used to be there. DNA analysis, foreign investment, FDI. You all used to say all these things. But now the trend is going on for your juniors, everything is merger and acquisition. All their DNAs are on mergers and acquisitions only. Anyways, foreign investment you all know, for your DNA you all have studied foreign investments like anything. Although I don't know actually now the rate of FDI. I really don't know. What is the current rate? How much they can?
It's
How-
depending. If some business you can put 100%, somewhere you can put
Government has restricted, I guess.
20-25
Something like that they have restricted.
in FDI, have two methods of putting money. One
EDI,
is-
ODI.
So if you go to
But
one,
EDI, ODI also now government has,
20-25%.
is it? I don't know.
20% only on restriction.
That is what I'm asking, the restriction. So, but then at the end of the day, FDI or foreign investment is very much important. Navya, if you want to sit with Priyanka, please go.
No, I am not interested. I'll sit alone. I'm saying to ask Vishmaya to talk to me.
Navya, she says she is not interested in sitting with you.
It's okay.
Early morning.
We get up at 9:35.
See, honestly speaking, I'm not seeing your entire batch. I mean, not even half of the batch is here. But I can understand one thing that, with the maturity what you got, you brought with yourself to NSP during the orientation. Same. There is no increase, no increment. It's same. In case of Priyanka, it has decreased. Not even that same.
If we change, we are not used to it.
Sorry?
If we change, we are not used to it.
He is also not increased at all. Okay, so obviously for R. Dinesh Kumar, he is looking at me like that and cursing me inside. R. Dinesh Kumar. And he is telling that, okay, now you are talking about maturity and all those things. I did forget what torture you did to me during the project. Yeah, I have not forgotten. Dinesh Kumar, how many messages you got by writing detail? You are dead. One, na? One email, multiple messages. That's why he simply came and he told me that, ma'am, my project is complete. Please do the plagiarism check. I said, who completed your project? Ma'am, completed. Ma'am, for this time you do it. I left, that's why he is sitting here. See, one is he, another one is Shubham.
He seems also
See, I'm telling you, honestly speaking, I don't want to, be alive to be associated with your dissertation project exam, honestly speaking. And Maxwell demanded, he wants me only as his guide.
only Jans are hard to break.
No. You know why it is? Because he knows that other faculties, if he goes, he is going to have nice day. I have to run behind him. Okay, Maxwell, please give. Maxwell, please.
You take him up.
You go in director, sir.
You and Tiwari are the director.
You also go.
I am the Abhishek sir. I know that you are Abhishek sir. No problem.
Abhishek sir will abort me. You go in.
No, Abhishek sir, not.
Okay, fine. Let's see.
When it is going to publish,
Why are you so happy?
I am happy already because I was on semester.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm shifting my specialty.
It's director sir's wish. Any specialization he can take.
Except finance, we are out of the zone. We are out
And
of
also
the
he can
zone.
take. Hey, his PhD not in marketing. His area is commerce only. I don't. Okay. It's done. Done. We complete this slide and with that first module half will be open.
Huh?
First module syllabus half I didn't say. I said first module half will be open. See, all those explanation, mama, show some mercy on me. All those explanation and everything I have given you in this particular doc file. Go through the You want PDF, so I have to convert it in PDF and send. Demand. See, all these drivers of international business, scope, importance, all those things you can study on your own, right? You have become the big kids. Mama, Priyanka. What Priyanka?
But no, actually, no. That is recording, so that's what we are doing now. Is to study.
What? Ah, recording, yes. Okay, scope of international business. Um, Foreign investments, as you all know that, we were discussing about FDI, right? EDI and ODI,
This is the
restriction, yeah. So all those things, obviously, these are scope of international business. You cannot talk about international business without telling, the foreign investment, that is the FDI, right? International business, see, I'm seriously, I'm not feeling well. Uh, I mean, just let us complete this, okay? Export and imports of goods and services, I guess nothing to explain, right? You know, international business, business beyond the national boundaries, export and import. Right? Franchising, what is franchising? Taking,
Giving permission to use a brand.
Corporates taking occupancy.
Nice.
correct. Correct, doctor. That means you will be able to use a particular brands or a particular organization's product, services, methods of manufacturing or whatever business related activity you can use only upon the proper approval. Fine. Growth opportunities, obviously, just now we discussed that, even from the job perspective also be very much inclined to be associated with an organization which is having its wings beyond the national boundaries, right? At the end of the day, it speaks about growth. Growth of the organization, growth of the people associated with that organization, even believe me, growth of the economy where the organization is situated. Right? Limitations of the domestic market, obviously, there are many limitations in a particular market. For example, if you are very much concentrated on the Indian market, there will be various limitations, right? You talk about this big IT companies only. You talk about TCS, you talk about Wipro, you talk about Infosys, right? It might be possible that many SaaS, that is software as a service products, they are heavy, right? Which is not very much suitable for the business which is operating only in India. Fine. These are the limitations. For that, they need clients who are residing or who are present even beyond the national boundaries. In order to overcome various limitations in the domestic market, you have to go beyond the national boundaries. It's not only the technological perspective, it might be a political perspective, it might be economical perspective also. It might be possible that right now the country where you are operating, the local market of yours, or the domestic market, the political stability is not there, the economical stability is not there. Doesn't mean that you are simply sitting to see that your business is getting hampered, right? Correct? So it will be like going beyond the national boundaries in order to overcome the limitations of the domestic market. Yes. Okay. So with that, somebody please help me with that sentence. I'm having it's painful. Done?